friends. Super excited to share with you something really fresh for spring. I love asparagus. Hopefully you like it too. If you're watching, you probably do because it's right in the title. This is an asparagus salad with a creamy Dijon dressing. It is inspired by Jacques Pepin, who, probably not saying that right, sorry Jacques, but who's this amazing French chef who's an American or lived in America for a long time, but he's French originally. I love what he shares. It's always really simple and yet kind of refined, and that's what this is. It's really, really simple. Asparagus that I'm gonna be cooking off, just slightly kind of parboiling it with some hard-boiled egg and a yummy creamy Dijon dressing. It's a really good way to use up hard-boiled eggs if you have some of those left over from Easter. It's a really pretty dessert. Most of the elements, you can make them ahead and then assemble it together. So this would be a good one for like Mother's Day, if your kids are gonna make you, make food or whatever, and they want to pitch in. This would be a really easy thing to do because you can make most of the elements and then bring them together to make the presentation. It's really simple, but beautiful. Make ahead, easy, healthy, all the things. So excited, let's get started. Okay, for my hard-boiled eggs, put them in a saucepan, cover them with plenty of water, at least 1 inch, and bring it to a rolling boil, which it's pretty much coming to. Once that happens, I'm going to cover them up, turn the heat off, move it off the heat, set my kitchen timer for 14 minutes. That's it. And now this is gonna sit in here and do its thing, and then I'm going to put it in an ice bath, and your hard-boiled eggs will be perfect. Hi. Okay, so asparagus. If you've bought asparagus like this before, there's usually 2 rubber bands. Little pro tip, leave the rubber band on the tips and take it off the bottom. And I usually just grab 1 asparagus, kind of holding my hand right here at the top, and just go like this and bend. Wherever it breaks, that's about where you want to cut, because asparagus can be really woody. I'm gonna cut just a little bit above that. And you want to, it's really fresh this time of year though, so it's probably really good. But you want to get these little ends. They can be a little like fibrous, so you don't need to peel these stems. If you do that little trick, that's a good way to know. And then they're ready to go, holding in your hand. I'm gonna actually set them down here for just a sec. Boiling water. You want to salt your water, super important. I'm gonna do a decent palmful, probably about, probably a little over a tablespoon is going in. It's a big pot of water, but that's super important. Seasoning the water, it helps kind of season your asparagus, also helps it retain that bright green color. I'm just gonna spread my legs because I'm bending down like a crazy person. But anyways, and then right here, very carefully remove this rubber bands because those tips are really tender. And then it's ready to go. Now this is gonna go really fast. So you wanna have an ice bath ready because this is only gonna cook for 3 to 4 minutes. The skinnier the asparagus, probably lean more toward 3. If it's a little thicker, lean more toward 4 minutes. So it's going in, and I will see you on the other side in just a minute. Okay, it's just been a little bit over 3 minutes. I have my ice water right here. I'm going to carefully remove the asparagus and plunge it right in here. If you're careful, you can kind of keep all the tips also going the same direction, which is kind of fun for presentation later. Drain it off, turn this off. And these guys now will hang out in here for just a couple minutes. You're just trying to stop the cooking so that they don't continue to get soft. And then I'll just drain this off, and I'm gonna use this ice bath for my hard-boiled eggs, which will be done in a little bit as well. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, my eggs came out. They are cooling in an ice bath. And while they're doing that, I'm gonna whip up the dressing really quick. So it calls for a good quality mayonnaise, like a Duke's, a Hellman's, a Best Foods. We usually have lights. I bought this baby jar. And they want you to just have about half a cup of that. Set that to the side. And I love dressings like this that are so simple. Sometimes it feels like it should be really complicated, and it's just not. Okay, 2 tablespoons of Dijon are going in here. Go back and kind of scrape some of that out. Okay, that's going in. Red wine vinegar, I'm gonna get a tablespoon of that. That'll help get out, sorry you can't see me. That'll help get out the rest of this a little bit over. And then 2 tablespoons of water. I told you it was simple. Okay, set this aside, excuse me. And then, you guys, just a couple cracks of pepper. That's what Jack says. A couple cracks of pepper and a little pinch of salt. And then whisk it together. You like my cute, first off, let's just look at my cute little whisker. This is from my mom. It's like crooked, but I can't give it up. And then I'm just gonna whisk this. So again, make ahead. You can do all these elements ahead. This dressing you can have and just throw it in your fridge. The asparagus you can do, cool it down, keep it in your fridge. The eggs can be hard boiled and kept in the fridge. And then when you're ready, you can bring it all together. Do a little taste, see where we're at. Yes, please. One other thing, dressings like this are always best when you bring them together and then let them hang out for a bit before you use them. I think the flavors kind of marry together, come together more cohesively when they've had some time to hang with each other. So, okay, we're gonna assemble next. Can't wait. Okay, I'm trying something different so you guys can really be close up on the building of the plate. So, my asparagus, it's just been draining right here in this bowl. Take about half of that and place some of the spears, you know, loosely. It looks nice when they're all going the same direction, and then a few kind of going just a little bit across, because I feel like that looks, see what I did there? I feel like that makes a really pretty presentation, kind of fanning out the ends, keeping the tips together. This is if you're getting fancy with it. You don't have to do any of this. You could just pop it on a plate and you're good to go. But there's that. Next up, here's the hard-boiled egg. Look how golden yellow that is. I think a lot of people overcook their eggs, to be honest. And I just have a little egg slicer that kind of dices them. But you want to put that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do dressing first. Oh, well, I've already screwed that one up, but that's okay. I have another one I'll do. Dressing first, because the egg's so pretty. So with the dressing, just drizzling that kind of lightly over the asparagus, leaving those tips uncovered because they're so gorgeous. And then the egg. I did that wrong. I was so excited about the golden egg, I couldn't wait. And then I didn't mention, but fresh chives. And these are already out in the same pot that I had them in last year. I can't believe it, a little sprinkle of those. And you guys, it is so stunning and so fresh and so easy. And this can be a side dish, a main dish. You could do some salmon, some grilled salmon or roasted salmon on the side of that. I mean, it's just perfection. I'm gonna get the second plate done and then I'll be right back. We'll talk about tasting. Okay, guys. This smells and looks like just incredible. It looks amazing, I think, and it almost feels too pretty to eat. It feels like art. Love, again, make ahead. Really easy. You can assemble at the last minute. Colorful, pretty, healthy for the most part. Taste test time. Scott's not here, so I gotta make do. I'm gonna go in for some tips, because I always love that part. That's my favorite part, so I might as well. Okay, I got a couple of those. I'm gonna get a little bit of egg in there, so I make sure I got all the flavors. And that dressing. Whoa. You guys. Wow, this is outstanding. Ooh, I'm gonna a little bit more egg because my egg fell off at the last minute. Wow. Okay. Wow. So good. It's really delicate tasting. It's not like super heavy gloppy dressing. It's very light and fresh with the dijon and the red wine vinegar. And then that water kind of thins out that mayo a little bit. The asparagus is perfectly like crisp tender. It's not mushy, but it's not like hard and fibrous like it hasn't been cooked. It's just that nice tender. And then the hard-boiled egg is just yummy. It's really, really good. I used to not like hard-boiled eggs, but I, thank goodness, have figured out that no, they're actually pretty darn good. I don't like them just plain. I love them when they're chopped up. So another little thing I think would be fun on here, you could do some fun garnish with even some like little radish slices. That would be super colorful and pretty. Also, in fact, hold on, I'm on the fly. I have these truffled, they're called truffle Marcona almonds. I'm gonna just put a few, Scott's not home, I'm gonna sprinkle in a few. So a little truffle flavor and some extra crunch with the almonds. I think I just took it next level, Jacques. I'm just saying. I think a little here. Yes, yes, so good. So there's other ways you can amp this up and further enhance this. This whole thing's gonna be my meal. Egg, vegetable, a little creamy, a little nut. I'm so excited to eat the rest of this as soon as I'm done here. So definitely make this one. Great way to use up some leftover hard-boiled eggs. Couple other little plugs. Asparagus, if you don't remember, I did an easy, I think it was called like Easter side dishes. It's one of my more popular videos, which is cool. And I do a marinated asparagus that has a lot of the similar cooking principles. So if you're an asparagus fan, be sure to check that out. Also, I've done a hard-boiled egg and smoked salmon salad. I did that last summer. That's another fun one to check out. Yeah, lots of videos to see on my channel. So if you're not exploring the other videos, there is a lot. So thank you so much for watching. As always, I am Katie with Delight of the Bite. Delight of the Bite. I always do that. Subscribe, share, tell your friends. You can totally help me out by hitting the like button and subscribing if you aren't already subscribed. You can check me out over on Instagram at Delight of the Bite, where I sometimes do some fun weeknight things that I'm making in the kitchen or little things I find at the grocery store. I'll post them there. But thanks for watching. I'm super excited to be doing this and really appreciate your time. All right, see you next week. Bye-bye.